promised you guys, I'm doing a Q&A video. Firstly, thank you all for your questions. There were like over 300. I had such a tough time trying to like shortlist questions. I really wanted to answer a lot of them, but sadly I don't have the time. I have to leave for the cruise tonight. I still don't have a suitcase, so I need to buy a new suitcase. I need to pack, I need to edit this video and upload it before I leave. So yeah, I've shortlisted a few questions, but if I don't answer your question, please make sure you add it to the next Q&A and I'll try and do some more in the next one for sure. So yeah, let's get started. So first up, I've got Mihika Shinoy, who says something you're bad at. Spellings and cooking, two things that I don't think I can do at all. My spellings are atrocious. I can't even spell atrocious. And cooking, I cannot cook. I mean, it's something I don't like. I love food, but I don't like to cook really. Then we've got Payal Singhania 23, and a lot of you who've asked me when I'm getting married. Now guys, again, like I mentioned in the engagement tag, we don't really have any concrete plans. When I do have plans, you guys will be the first ones to hear about them. I think in India, this whole getting engaged and getting married scene is a little warped, where you get engaged and then you get married really fast. That's not my idea of an engagement. I really like being engaged and I'm enjoying this. So yeah, maybe next year, maybe this year, I don't know. Then I've got Anahita Mana, who says, how do you deal with mean things said to you, like she's gotten into this industry only because of her sister, or rather mean or rude things hurled at you randomly? Wow, you do have a similar name to my sister. You're Anahita, she's Anahita. Some of you have also asked me how I deal with hate. Honestly, I reply to everybody. The hate comments don't really bother me. I don't like people being rude. There's so many kids out there who think that, you know, you say things on the internet and it makes you cooler. Well, it doesn't. Bringing anybody down is not going to make you cooler ever. That being said, I respond to everybody. Most hate comments, I think people are just looking for attention or for a reaction, but they don't really affect me that much, to be honest. And when people are rude, I tell them that they're rude. The next set of questions is relating to modeling, law and YouTube. Three very different things, but I'm gonna try and, you know, mash it all up and answer all your questions, because people have asked me about law and YouTube, or how I started modeling, or how to be successful at modeling or successful at YouTube. So yeah, it's a bit of a mix. So starting with modeling, I wanted to model my whole life. So when I was a kid, I always thought I'd be a model. When I was younger and people asked me what I wanted to be, I'd say Miss Universe. So yeah, I really loved modeling. I started when I was 16. I modeled for about 10 years. Did everything there was to do in the modeling scene. Things were really different then. Like, a lot of you have asked me for modeling advice, but honestly, it was a really long time ago and things were very different then. In the last 3 or 4 years, I've totally been disconnected with the whole modeling scene, and I have no idea, you know, what's happening, so I can't really advise you. But I just pretty much shot my portfolio. I signed on with an agency and then started modeling. So that's it with modeling. Why did I stop now? I started YouTube and I thought that that was way more creatively satisfying for me, and I love what I do. So yeah, I just didn't feel I did that, and then I was like, now I'm done with that. I want to do something new, which is why I started YouTube, and yeah, it was fun. Now coming to law. I studied law after graduation. So I did 3 years in government law college, and I am a lawyer. Yes, I've cleared the bar, but I'm not practicing and I never did. So a lot of you who asked me questions relating to why I changed careers, I never did. I actually just studied law and I'm qualified to be a lawyer, but I never really practiced. So yeah, that's that. So that's how I got to sort of YouTube. Now with YouTube, again, a lot of comments on how to be a successful YouTuber, how it feels to be an Indian YouTuber. Firstly, I don't see YouTube in categories. I just see it as me making videos for people and me really enjoying what I do. Success comes later. I don't think you can start a channel with the agenda of being successful or getting more subscribers. You start with doing something you love and putting out content that you love, and people will automatically see it and appreciate it. And that's the kind of advice I would give to new budding YouTubers. Start and just do stuff that you like in the beginning. Don't keep thinking about subscribers or your number of followers, or, you know, all that will happen. Just do what you love and be proud of the content that you create. I think that's Priya Chaskar, who says, why do you pout in almost every picture? Well, it's not a pout, it's actually a duck face. So it's more like, I've always been a face maker. So ever since I was a kid, I love making faces in pictures, and I think it's really boring to be like, or like women are always like, I mean, sexy is overrated for me. I think making faces, having fun in life is sort of way hotter and sexier than being like so yeah, which is why I make a duck face, because I think it's really fun. Shitija Hire, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, says, why don't you use heat on your hair? I've never seen you curling or ironing your hair very often. Well, the truth is I used to do it a lot before. I used to love like straightening my hair and think, oh, I don't like my hair because it's like curly and frizzy. But then I sort of, let go of that stage one day, and I was just like, this is my hair and I've got to start loving it the way it is. So I threw out all my heat tools. So I don't have anything right now. I don't have a curling iron, I don't have a straightening iron. The only thing I have is a hair dryer, which also I don't use. I air dry my hair. So yeah, unless I'm at a shoot, I've got someone else doing my hair, I go to a salon, I don't really use heat on my hair, and I love it. I love my hair in its natural form now. Happy Go Lucky RU says, how do you always stay positive, and give me some tips on how to stay glamorous. There are also a few more of you who've asked me how I stay positive and happy and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't really think about it as me staying positive or happy. It's just something that happens when you love your life. So of course I do go through phases when I'm unhappy or when I don't really like things or I'm having a bad day, but I think essentially in the larger sense I am really happy with what I'm doing. I love what I do, which is step number one. So I can do so much of it without being unhappy because I love it. And secondly, I was always taught to sort of look at the brighter side of things. I don't really look at, so even when I'm stuck in a sort of a problem, I look at, okay, so this is the positive side of it. And that's always the kind of person I've been, so it's just really easy. I like to focus on the positive. Nishka Shah says, would you rather have nails for teeth or teeth for nails? Well, I'd say teeth for nails, because then I could paint them and sort of cover how hideous they look. Lisa Agarwal says, tell us about your personal life. Why don't you live with your parents, and how did you meet? Well, Lisa, I don't think you've been watching. I do live with my parents. Yeah, I've always lived with my parents, and I do live with my parents still. This is their home. How I met Weber, we were in the same modeling agency, so we used to be models together at Elite Model Management, which is how we met. The next question is from Anshika27. My question is that one thing you hate about Vaibhav and one thing you love about him. And given a chance to swap your boyfriend, with whom would you want to do it just for fun? Oh, there's just one person, Lewis Hamilton. Do you even need to ask the question? One thing I hate or like about Vaibhav, hate is a very strong word. I don't really hate anything about him. I think everything about him I can live with, which is why I'm with him. But love about him, I love his sense of humor. He's always joking around with me and making me laugh 24/7, which is what I love. Now the last question is from Drew Sugars. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? This is exactly what I do. I'm checking my phone for Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat. Very bad habit, but this is exactly what I do as soon as I open my eyes. So guys, those are all the questions I'm going to answer today. Sadly, I don't have more time, but next time I promise I will try and answer a few more. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also comment below with some more questions. If you have some more, I'll try and answer them in the comments as well. And I will see you guys soon. Bye. Mwah.